YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Shout out to me. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I got a video I'm going to share. Fair use is in full effect. I like to say RIP to Extentacion. This is about one of his killers that got convicted. Is now doing life in prison. Dedrick Williams, the interrogation.
I said, get to wherever else you want to. Well, you gotta get closer to me because I'm old. Yeah. We have our keys. We'll lock in here. Let me get some information about your name and good stuff. I already got it. These chairs are terrible for somebody as big as me. I thought you might have one big question. Well, okay, let me ask you those questions first, then you can ask me big questions, small questions, any questions you want. What's your first name? D-U-B. Okay. I-C-K. What's your middle name? D-U-B. E-E-V. O-N. That's it? Okay. That one I can spell. What's your date of birth? 3/23/96. 3/23/96.
Fair use is in full effect, YouTube.
As soon as I sit down, I start calling and texting me. All right, that address they got you.
They got him handcuffed. I mean, we already know what happened to him. We know he got convicted. He's doing life in prison right now, which he should be getting the death penalty because life, some guys could live comfortable in jail doing life. They're still alive. They could get visits from their family. His victim won't get a visit from his family. It just doesn't add up, y'all. Let's go.
Is that your good address? Is that where you live? Yeah, that's where I live. What's the address? 5. Okay. And what about a phone for yourself? 754. All right, just come over.
Pause. They should have gave us the daggone number. That should be public record. His phone number and everything, not his address. His address too, though, for real. Not unless he was living with his mom or his grandma to protect them. Don't put the address out. But if you live by yourself.
That's your question. Who do you stay there with at that house? My mom.
See? They protecting his mom.
I want to ask you how to spell her first name. I'm assuming you know how to spell your mom's name. Yeah. What how to spell? F. I should be sure. All right, so who else stays there? My kids. How many kids you got? 4. 4? How old are you? 20. Well, I'm trying to be 22. I'm 22. Damn, you've been busy. 4 kids. What's the youngest? The youngest is Nina is 3. How old is your oldest? MJ is 8. You're pretty busy, man. Oh, your stepfather? Any of none of them are truly you? No. All right, who else other than kids? My wife. Okay, his true wife or? We're going through something right now.
They're going through something.
What's her name?
Well, from here on out, buddy, y'all gonna be going through something A lot. Because you're done already. Let's go.
So you truly married?
Yeah.
What's her date of birth, you know? But you better not forget her birthday. Or we sleep on the couch longer than one night.
Well, that's crazy.
How old is she?
Oh, no.
What year?
She's gonna be 20. She's gonna be 29.
Join me in the finished 20.
He's very talkative, y'all. He's like, it seems like he's ready to tell. He probably did tell. Let's find out. Because I didn't watch this myself. Come on over. Catch it. There you go. My bad, y'all.
The Dragons. So you're Fort Lauderdale guy?
Yeah.
You play football?
I used to.
What position was it? A running back or a fullback?
Running back and linebacker.
What year?
No, it was.
Oh, no, was it for the high school? No, for the Dragons? All right, so 11th grade. So how long did you live in Fort Lauderdale? Your whole life?
Almost one life.
I was a Fort Lauderdale guy for 30 years, man. I worked for Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your, but you live, did you live down by Strand or did you live up in the north side by Cicero?
I actually say Instagram.
No, I say when you was a little kid. You were always a Strand?
No, I was Instagram. I was in Badilla. I stayed in Dillon. I stayed in the Dillon apartments.
Okay, over north of Sunrise up on 24th Avenue?
Yeah.
Those girls?
Yeah.
What's your parents' name? I love you people, man. Like I said, I did 30 years of. What do they call you, Deidre?
They call me D.
What else they call you?
D.
Come on, you know what I said. You talk to a guy like me. I know the answers to some of the questions I asked. Chucky.
They call me Chuck.
Okay, Chuck. All right. The last question I'm gonna ask you: you didn't do any drugs or anything like that today?
Nah, I can't do drugs.
Why can't you?
I'm on probation.
Okay, but I mean, half the world on probation, they still do drugs. You didn't smoke no weed, no nothing?
I don't like drugs. I don't like jail.
They test you?
Yeah.
You're going there for a long time, buddy.
I dreamt that bottle I caught when I was 17 years old. 5 years paper.
He don't like jail. But you want to murder somebody for some money. You don't like jail, but you ain't gonna like jail for your life. Mr. Williams, you bastard. Let's go.
Well, how'd you stay? You stayed on it for years and had no problem, then you violated it? I mean,
I had one violation, but it got dropped, so it's not a violation.
so they never said you.
I went from house arrest to community control to now probation. I made it off house arrest, made it off community control, supposed to be going Monday to get off probation.
All right, so you never been to prison, I'm assuming. Okay. I'm gonna do what's called reading your rights, and then you can ask me whatever question you want.
All right, but
go ahead.
When you read somebody writing you going to jail.
Facts.
Well, you have a little warrant out for you. We're going to talk about that. But for us to talk,
yeah,
I got to read your rights. Now, again, once I read your rights, you
In
can
the jail, fan. Hold up, time out.
But
he said once somebody get their rights read, you going to jail. Did you think you was gonna get away with that? What you did to X-Tentacion, fam? It's on camera, fam. That place had cameras, as you already know. You sitting in cell right now, dumb, looking dumb, like you are now, Deidre. You dumbass. Let's go.
You know, again, we got to do this kind of official because you do have a warrant for you. And I'm explaining it all to you. And I know life's a difficult thing sometimes. Sometimes things happen. I'm explaining everything about the warrant. And then we're either going to talk about it or we're not going to talk about it. Let me see if that's it. Fuck.
No, I'm supposed to say fuck you, say me, but I got hit on the gut by and then missed the third time.
Oh, yeah. Get on a dirt bike.
Yeah, not
You're one of those guys who runs around with the, what is that, guns down, yeah, drive around crazy like that.
No, I don't drive crazy. I don't know really,
That's good, man. That's good.
Oh, he said he got hit on by a dirt bike, messed his leg up, and knocked his teeth out. But you know what? By him doing life in prison, he can get his teeth fixed for free. Yeah, that's probably he had golds in there, them fronts, but they're gonna take them out. They taking them from you in jail, buddy. You can't unless they permanent. You probably got some permanents. You lucky. People in Florida got permanent. They don't be having grills and shit. Let's go.
Insane. First off, if you're from Fort Lauderdale, you ever come down here on Sundays when they come out of Tatertown? On the bike?
I come out partly.
Yeah, well, I mean, the same.
I mean, we link up, yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, man. It's like,
Crazy.
it's crazy as right. Okay. What I'm going to do is read you these. What I asked for is a yes, no, or I don't understand answer. If you don't understand it, I rephrase it so you can understand it. You went to 11th grade. What kind of grades did you get when you were in school?
Pretty much good. I ain't get A's and B's, but I ain't get B's and L's either.
Okay, so you're going to have no problem understanding this. But if you have any problem, let me know and we'll rephrase it. All right, before I ask you any questions, I want to advise you of your rights under the law. Do you understand I'm a police officer?
Now I do. They don't tell me police officer.
Oh, Christ. Where are we at? We're at a police station. We're at a police station. There you go. There's my badge. And I'm a police detective.
He said now he knows. You didn't tell me that before you started asking me questions. You know he was a daggone cop fan. Don't act dumb now.
I may not look like one, but I am.
You were smart enough to set up that
myself.
robbery of Extentacion, walk in that store
Mongo, so
like you was there to buy something, scoping him out,
Yeah, Chucky, and I got Mongo.
stalking.
You got initials on it? No. Oh, okay. All right. You have the right to remain silent. That is, you need not talk to me or answer any questions if you do not want to. Do you understand? Okay, here's what I'm old man.
Yes.
Okay. Should you talk to me, anything you say can and may be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You have the right to talk to an attorney before talking to me and have an attorney here with you during questioning now or in the future. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney and you want an attorney, one will be appointed for you before we ask you any questions. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. If you decide to answer the questions now without an attorney present, you'll still have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. No, you understand what I just read you. You said you understood them all. I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to ask me questions. You want to stop at any time. You can say what you have. I mean, this is America, man. Nobody's going to force you to do anything you want. So what question did you have for me?
Well, I just want to know, my kids just love opening the door for my mom. I see ARs. I just want to know what it is.
Well, I wasn't there, so I can't speak for who was there. Obviously,
You really heard it, like, we see my mom be on the ground, right?
well, look, I understand that, but let me explain to you what this is
So
about.
what, man? You should have killed Extentacion, fam. Your
And
mom's
you
getting on the
understand
ground. Get on the ground.
When people see, no one met you before. I have met you before. The guys who came to your house never met you before, so we don't know what kind of guy you are. You know, the thing about police work is sometimes when you go looking for somebody, if it's a serious thing, you got to go and make sure you're safe and everybody else is safe. So that's why they probably had ARs on and stuff and everything like that. All right. So what I'm here to talk to you about, and again, I know I'm a scary guy, and I know it's scary being in the police department. And other than this grand theft, whatever else have you ever been arrested for?
Burglary. When I was, but see, my grand theft is a juvenile charge, so like
Okay.
burglary, fighting.
Okay. What, any other felonies other than burglary?
I used to snatch chains.
Okay, so it's robberies or whatever,
Snatch
grand theft.
I think it's called seven snatch.
Okay, yeah, robbery, seven snatch. Okay.
Stealing, going
What
out
I'm
there
here to talk
stealing
about
shit.
is a real serious thing, you know.
Snatching
more serious
chains,
what I'm talking about,
pocketbooks.
But there's different things about being involved in.
Pocketbooks and shit. Shit. Of course, he seen the boy with all that money. That's way better than a chain and a pocketbook, y'all. Let's go.
You know, kind of your version of what's going on with this thing. So Monday, today's Wednesday, right? You know that? Okay, do you work at all, by the way?
Yeah, actually, I can't believe I own my own business,
Oh, you okay with this?
tattoo shop.
So we should be all right. Where, do you do it out of your house or you own a business? Where's the business?
Actually, I'm waiting for my shop.
Okay, wait.
It's at my house
Okay, so you do, how long have you been tattooing?
since I was 15.
You got all the needles and everything?
Yeah, and I got my certificate and my license.
All right. So this Monday, today's Wednesday, Monday between say 3 in the afternoon and 4 in the afternoon. You remember where you were?
3 in the afternoon and 4 in the afternoon.
Right. We'll say 2 in the afternoon. Where were you at in the afternoon? Say after lunchtime on Monday. Tell me where you were your whole day.
Mostly I was at my house because I was babysitting my 2 stepdaughters.
Okay, so
I was waiting on my wife to get off work at 7:30.
okay.
And
So if noon, you know, I don't know what time you eat lunch, but noon is like lunchtime. You didn't leave from the house from noon to 7 at night, or did you go anywhere in between there?
no, I was somewhere that night.
Okay, not night, but it gets dark about 7, 8 o'clock at night. Let's talk about from noon, which is lunchtime, till it got dark. So 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Did you leave the house at all between those hours during the daylight hours?
I mean, you saying Monday, I can't really like.
It's only 2 days ago. See, let me. Did you get along good with your dad?
You know where you was at, fam.
He didn't give you that fatherly advice kind of stuff.
He wasn't really there. He
Look at
tried to be later on in life.
Okay, well, I'm.
He don't want to go to jail.
How old do you think your dad is?
Kill somebody though, fam.
Probably like
40s or like me? I'm in my 50s.
he's probably like 38.
Damn, he's young. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to give you some fatherly advice here. You can take it or not take it. What we're gonna talk about is serious. So little stuff that I ask you, don't get caught up with not telling the truth on little stuff. Because when we get to the part where we're talking about not little stuff, but big stuff, the only way I can believe you is if you tell me the truth on the little stuff. So let's deal with the little stuff. Between noon and 7, did you go anywhere? Did you remember? Did you leave the house?
On Monday?
Yes, Monday.
You went to the motorcycle shop.
I know you're scared to death. And I know your mind's racing.
They got you on camera, fam.
I know,
Tell the truth.
Again, you gotta understand in life. Sometimes telling the truth is always the best.
Right. You said from 3 to 4 Monday?
Well, let's start from noon till the sun went down.
No, it's considered like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, again, noon to the sun goes down. Did you go anywhere?
Hit the like button. Share the live. Subscribe to the channel.
You need to understand, like you said, a lot of these questions I know the answers to because at least I just don't pick out people out of the world.
I got a lot going on every day.
Okay, well.
Monday.
All right. Did you hear anything that was really crazy that happened this Monday?
Well, not Monday, but the crazy this week.
What was you hear about?
A shooting.
Okay. When did the shooting happen?
Reva.
All right. You ever go through Reva?
I go to Reva all the time. I heard about
I know. You don't need to correct your. You're right.
Knocked out my teeth.
Yeah, when was that? When did you do that?
I like a year ago.
All right.
Okay, so you're saying when I went to Reva.
He heard about a shooting.
Well, are you saying you went to Reva?
I don't remember what day it was.
Okay, but so what day? When was the last time you were at Reva? Or when did you think? How many days ago were you at Reva?
Well, Reva closed on Sunday, so that probably was Monday.
All right, so Monday you go up to Reva.
What are those?
And how'd you get up to Reva? Walk, bike, car?
Fat boy came to pick me up.
Who's Fat Boy?
Somebody I ride with. Like, he normally just, like, sometimes he just come, like, most of the time he's on a bike.
Okay.
But this time he just pulled up. He pulled up with his girl.
Is Fat Boy a Pompano guy or a Fort Lauderdale guy or what is it?
No, Fat Boy's from Coral Springs.
Coral Springs?
Yeah.
Fair use YouTube is in full
Yeah,
effect.
I just know him from riding.
All right, so how long do you think you know him in life?
I met Fat Boy
This is
year.
public record.
I actually broke down and he helped me.
Okay.
I met him like February.
All right, so you and Fat Boy go to Reva, and he's with his girlfriend?
He's been convicted of murder.
You don't know,
She was driving.
He's a
you don't
criminal.
know his name?
He has no
But
rights.
You know her name? And they live in Coral
He's
Springs.
doing life in
around
prison,
their house.
YouTube. He has no rights
By the Coral Ridge
with
Mall.
the free world anymore.
It's two. It's Coral Square and Coral Ridge, but I think one of them is not actually in Coral Springs.
Channel is
Okay.
protected
All
by
right.
fair
But,
use. So is
he in
this
a house
video.
or an apartment or a condo?
Town.
You keep on sending me texts, these people. Talking about someone completely unrelated. All right. So he picks you up. Where does he pick you up at?
At my house.
Okay.
He actually blows. She blows.
If y'all know what kind of sneakers they are,
Okay.
put it in the chat, man.
My little friend that
I don't know what they are.
I let him cut the grass. I pay him money.
He got some walk with me, yeah. Walk with
And my
me.
girl was there because I was babysitting, like I said. I was like, I'll be right back. I've been waiting for somebody to come all day because no car was there.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go read and get me some grips and some gloves and stuff.
Okay. All right. So just so I get this straight, Fat Boy comes up. He's with his girlfriend, whose name you don't remember. Does the boy who's cutting the lawn, does he go with you to Reba?
No, I tell you, because my kids are there. I told him,
Watch the
he
kids.
don't watch the kids before, and I told him I'll be right back.
All right. What's the lawn boy's name? What do you call him?
Rod, his real name, I know his real name. His real name is Sherrod.
Sherrod what?
I don't know his last name.
Okay. Does he live close to you?
Yeah, he lives right in the corner, actually, by the library.
By the library? How old is he?
Sherrod probably like 17.
Okay. So he watches your kids while you go to Reba?
I told him I'll be right back.
And when you said you had your girl there, that's your children you're talking about, it wasn't your girlfriend or one of your wife.
She was at work, that's why I was babysitting.
Okay, so Sherrod, all right, so you go over to Reba's, anybody else in the car other than you, Fat Boy, and the girl?
Yeah, we shot one.
Nobody else? What kind of car are you?
We were in a gray, what kind of car is that? A gray Nissan, what's it called? Moreno.
Moreno?
Yeah, we
The two-door or four-door, because I don't know cars that well. Is it new or old?
Console.
Oh, a
It's
Moreno.
clean though.
Moreno. All right, when you do go over there, who's driving?
The girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Okay, you go over, and what happens? You go in, you go out, what, I mean, who else goes in with you?
Fat Boy.
All right, what do you end up buying?
I was looking for grips, but they didn't have the size that I needed for my 150.
Okay, so what you buy?
I bought gloves and I bought a skeleton. I bought a white and black skeleton face though. Half his hat, it was half.
Okay,
That comes right here.
all right, what color are the gloves?
The gloves are red.
Red. Okay. All right, so you didn't have the grips you needed, and other than that, this week, is that the only time you were up there?
Yeah, because my bike was broke down actually.
What's wrong with your bike?
I cracked the casing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's pretty bad.
And actually, I was gonna order.
What you're about to see is real. No scripts, no actors, and no second take.
Yeah, man. He telling now. He telling where he's at, people's names. Yeah, he nervous. He telling everything. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's our 150. You crack the casing? Yeah. Okay. How long do you think he was up in Reba?
I walked in. We walk in, we come around the curve. Walked in, I looked by the grips. They ain't see my size. I walked to the back. I have that, there's two people I know I always talk to them. They're twins.
Okay, they work there?
Yeah, they work there.
Are they black or white?
They're white.
You don't know their names?
Twins.
Twins?
Yeah, I always, because the reason why I started talking to them, because I seen one day and walked around the corner and I thought I seen them again. Then we started talking and they used to help me like get parts from my bike and stuff. I come there a lot.
No, I know people, they told us you come there a lot. All right, so how long about? I mean, how long you think you're there?
How about 10 minutes?
10 minutes, and where do you go from there?
Probably less than that.
Where do you go from there?
I went back home because I had to get my kids.
Okay, and then
Sometimes I leave him with my boys, but like leaving him with girls, even though he's the coolest dude, he just doing nothing more.
Okay.
So I had to get back.
And did Fat Boy and his girlfriend stay, or did they leave?
No, they left.
All right. Do you know Fat Boy's number off the top of your head? Is it in your phone?
Yes.
You have him under Fat Boy?
No.
What do you got him under?
I have him under. They should have a bike next to it.
Okay, you remember
He
what?
should have a dirt bike, but
My bad, yo.
You remember what he was wearing when you were up there?
he had on some jeans. I like this color.
Okay, long ones.
Yeah, long jeans.
How about a shirt?
He had on a black
Fair
shirt.
use is in
What
full
about
effect,
you?
you
What you
too.
was wearing?
Yeah, I have on a tank top.
What color?
Gray.
Red. What about clothes or pants?
Should have been gray pants too and yellow slides.
Yellow
Educational
slides?
purposes
What
use
kind of-
only. So we
What
can
kind of just
learn
regular slides or
what
some
happened in
brand
the
name?
interrogation room
But you can't really tell it's just
with
yellow.
Dedrick
and
Williams, one of
but it's
Extentacion's
like,
murderers
Real
that's
price.
doing life right
Not-
now.
Not like, none of those Versace's or Gucci's or just anything.
Nah,
Just
we-
go if you wish.
nah,
They're all made out of rubber. They're all the same, man. You guys pay big money for the same piece of rubber. Just put it
I
different.
don't. I mean, honestly, I don't. Even if I had money, I wouldn't buy that type of stuff. It's pointless because this stuff way cheaper. It's comfortable.
All right, now the big famous thing that happened on Monday, that everybody's talking about, you know, tell me what you think I'm talking about.
About the little beef thing going on with. I don't know how to say the name. Going on with the rapper and the other rapper, the two rappers.
Okay, who are the two rappers?
I don't know how to pronounce.
Okay.
Paul.
That got shot, but Soldier Kid.
Okay, Soldier Kid.
Yeah.
You-
Soldier Kid. It's a little young boy. Dig the move. He trying to push it off on the rapper. He said how the beef was with the two rappers. Look at his face. Guilty face. You guilty, fam. You try to push it off on the rapper, fam. Yeah, you did.
Oh, Soldier Kid?
I used to listen to his music.
Okay.
He tried to push it
You
off
listen
on
to
Soldier
him as a
Kid.
person?
No,
All right, that's all they call him, a Soldier Kid?
Soldier Kid, Sniper Gang.
Sniper Gang.
Sniper Gang.
Sniper Gang, right?
Look at him being a little snitch, trying to tell on Sniper Gang and Soldier Kid. Fam, you did it. We all know you did it. I mean, this is old stuff, but look at his face. It's all in your face, my boy. You're done.
Okay, and the other guy whose name you can't pronounce, do you know him? Have you ever seen him before?
Not until like after.
You killed the man. You can't even pronounce his name. I don't even know who the boy is. I can't pronounce his name, but I'm going to kill him and take his money. And you know what else you took from him? His shine. You took all his shine, fam. You took his life. You don't even know where he was going to go after he died, fam. You don't know what was going to happen to that man. Look at your dumb face. Look at it. Just look at it, y'all.
I like.
Face of a
2 hours
killer.
after I left from that.
Okay, 2 hours after you left? You saw him 2 hours after you left?
No, I didn't know his name until 2 hours after I left. I was scrolling on Facebook and I seen him.
Okay, did you see him up at Riva when he was up there?
No, but I don't really know him.
Okay, but did you know what he looks like is what I'm trying to get at?
No.
No, you never seen him in your life?
No.
I
I heard he was like a gothic rapper or something. So
but I mean, you know what he looks like now. He's got light skin, he got blue hair. Gold hair or blue hair?
Go there.
Gold hair? I don't know what color his hair is.
He only got hair right here. He got gold. This side gold and this side black. Gold drip.
Okay, so he's got like half and half.
Yeah.
Okay, but you mean when you saw his picture on Facebook, it's not somebody you've seen before, you've been to, and you know, you seen him out and you seen him at a concert or anything like that?
No, cause he raps, they say he raps gospel music, so that wouldn't be nobody.
Who's asking, man? I don't know what kind of music you listen to.
That's like, that would be a way that I know him.
Okay, I was just asking. So you don't even know what kind of car he was in? Did you see the news what kind of car he was in?
Yeah, I seen what kind of car he is.
What was he in?
Look like a Ferrari.
Ferrari? Did you see anything that looked like that when you was up there?
At Riva?
Yeah. Now, when you came into Riva,
He said no. Fam. They got you on video walking through, looking over at him. And you know he had blue hair, not gold and black at that time. Look at you trying to get up your lies. Now, I ain't never seen him over there at Readers. I bet you once that video came out, he's like, damn, I'm a liar and a
There's
killer.
like two ways in. One way you're not supposed to come in, which is off Dixie, and then the other one is off that gate in the back. Which way did Fat Boy? Which way did you guys come in? Through the gate in the back, or did you come through the little gate off Dixie right by the front door?
We came, got off the got off I-95, came down to Dixie, turned left, then you know you gotta make the U-turn. Turned left, came in and went to the left by the boats.
Okay, so I love drawing maps. If this is Dixie, and this is Sample down here, Reva kind of sits up here. There's an entrance right off Dixie here, if that's the building, and then there's one down here on the road where there's a gate. So you think you came in the gate or over this one? This is where the boats and everything is kind of in here, and the quads are in here. This is the building.
Yeah. Okay. We got off this Sample.
Yeah.
We got off Sample. Rode down Sample. Turned on Dixie. You gotta make a U-turn because you can't just turn in.
Yeah.
Made a U-turn and went in.
Okay, so you didn't go into the entrance off Dixie when
You can't go in.
Well, I mean, you can't if you want to violate what they tell you not to do. Because I think, I mean, I've seen guys kind of do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, what she did.
Okay, so all right, then you parked there. Did they go in? Other than Fat Boy, she stayed in the car.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. All right.
Cause I told her I was running in right quick. We parked by the boats right on the side of the gate.
All right. Now, you again, time frame wise, you don't remember. Did you pay cash or did you got like a credit card that you bought this stuff with?
No, I paid cash.
You remember? Did you know who you bought the stuff from? Did you know the guy who sells the stuff, whatever he's the sales manager or whatever? Is that somebody you knew? That's one of the twins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you don't know which twin. But he was the one you actually bought it from?
Twin with one of the twins have a whole sleeve because you know I like tattoos, so I look at them.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the twins have the whole sleeve, but I bought it from the one with he just has a little bit.
Okay, so the one with the least amount of tattoos. How old are these twins about, you think? Again, my age?
They look like they're younger than me.
Oh,
they look like they're about 20.
okay, so they're really young guys.
Yeah, they're young.
All right. Now again, you know, I'm one of these guys. I'm so easygoing. You would never believe how easygoing I could sit here, and you know, I've been working the streets for 38, going on 39 years. So I heard everything. I mean, I've literally heard everything. Here's the problem with your story, and I'm gonna tell you because I don't want to make you feel like I'm here to hurt you. I'm here to find out what happened in the truth, and so we can deal with the truth. Reba, let's talk about some of those motorcycles in there. Expensive, I think. $20,000-$30,000.
No.
Well, what do you think those spiders and those cams and everything?
I ain't know that was considered motorcycle.
Well, whatever. I mean, there's a lot. What I'm trying to get is there's a lot of shit there that's worth a lot of money, right? So when you got a lot of money, like you're gonna open a business, what's the first thing you do when you own a business to protect your business and all that expensive property you have?
You're gonna get cameras.
Yeah, what kind of security would you get?
Armed.
Okay, well, armed security. What else would you get?
Alarm system.
Cameras all over the motherfucking place. 40 of them. 40 of them. So as me and you sit here and talk, I kind of know everything that happened because I've seen it. So when I say to you, I don't mean you any harm, I don't really mean any harm, but
You're
I
cooked.
don't want to sit here and say you're a liar
Facts.
because you're scared. And I understand that.
He is a liar,
And I
fam.
can see
Say it.
everything that happened. They got cameras everywhere. You can't move on that property inside or outside.
Say it, fam.
When I be that camera, you can't.
I'll say it for you, fam. Dedrick Williams, you was and you are a liar, fam. Let's go.
And come up Dixie Highway without one of those cameras picking you up. You can't go on that back road without those cameras picking you up. You can't sit in the parking lots on the other side of the street from the parking lot without those cameras picking up. They got cameras everywhere because they got millions of fucking motorcycles up there. So they're going to protect their shit. So what I want you to do
They
is
got you,
understand,
fam.
and I don't want you to get to the point where you protect people who got you involved in shit that you don't need to lie for them because they got to deal with their own problems. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts, facts. They got to deal with their own problems. So basically, you need to tell us what happened. Let's go.
Nothing wrong with knuckleheads too. And nobody wants to snitch out a friend or whatever you want to call them. But there comes a time like you have how many kids? 4? The only thing you should be thinking, yeah, but the only thing you should be thinking about is you and the people you love, not friends. Because here's what I tell people. I tell this to my own kids. Everybody who's not your blood, in other words, who's not truly your blood, you know what they are? A stranger. That's the truth. Because you got to worry about your blood, not people who you think are your blood, because everybody, says, hey, we're tight. I know you since this, or I know you since that. So don't protect these people by telling stories that are going to make them look
Extentacion
like
is sitting in that chair.
you're the bad guy in all this.
I bet you.
So
X
let's
is in
go
that
back
chair.
to
Listen.
first off, tell me the truth about that. Go ahead. That's I'll give you. We got to throw all those notes away. We're going to start all over again.
X is in that chair, y'all.
No,
Allegedly.
I'm going to ask you to tell me, because if I tell you and then you start telling me back, then it doesn't look like you.
We're going to put Extentacion in that chair, y'all. At that time. He's sitting there watching his ass live. RIP to Extentacion, y'all. The bull sitting right there. Let's go.
You're truly, remorseful or want to tell me the truth. I can tell you right off the bat, you're in the wrong car, because I can tell you what car you're in. You're got the wrong amount of people in the car. Who's with you?
Thanks.
And again, you may have got caught up in something, because I don't think for a million years you go up to a place intentionally where they know you to do something crazy like this. But unfortunately, you're with the guys who do something crazy. And that's what we're talking about. And it's all on camera. That's just the way it is. And Fat Boy's on his way down there too.
Fat boy.
So, again,
that's the boy that
you want to be the one who
evidence on him.
protects people. I know one thing. You ain't the guy with the gun. I can see a video. But, you got to decide what you're going to do. You got to protect guys with guns who,
what up, Ty?
they got to deal with this their own self, not you.
But I got a question.
Go ahead.
Obviously the whole time I've been thinking about it.
I know you haven't. I mean, it would bother you.
I knew you said it didn't.
I said, I know it would bother you.
Oh, yeah, it did.
I can tell right off the bat it would bother you.
And
Because I look up a man's past a little bit before I come find him.
like that.
I know. So I know it would bother you.
I knew that I was going to
Come to you.
come to me, because when I thought about it, like I missed some shit that I went to go get some shit for me. And
Okay, well, let's start off by 100% the truth and deal with it.
okay, so now I got a question before we start.
Go ahead.
I watch this on TV all the time,
I understand. I was on the 48.
and
I was on the 48.
people tell y'all and they still do.
Well, here's the situation. You got a warrant, so I can't deal with anything like lying to you, and I'm not gonna. I've been doing this too long. I got the credibility. You're too young to know me, but I got the best credibility. All I can tell you is this. Later on, I'm gonna go in front of the state attorney. I'm gonna go in front of the judge. I'm gonna either say, he told me a story that is believable, or he told me a story that's not believable. Okay? Again, I can look at a video, so I know what's believable. But for me to sit and tell you everything you did, and then you just sit, shake your head and say, yeah, it doesn't have the same weight as you telling me that, this is what happened. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and promise you deals, but I can tell you this, I'm going to stand up and tell the truth Just like I'm asking you to tell the truth, I'm going to tell the truth when they ask me about you. So if you're really truly remorseful, then you need to tell me what happened and show that remorse. Because it's better. You got to understand, it's always better to tell the truth in any situation than to lie. It is, you know. So you know, you got to deal with it. I mean, you're not the guy or the guys with the guns, and unfortunately, the guys with the guns aren't even very good at what they do, or wouldn't have had it happen like that. So let's start off real slow. Let's go back to were you at your house? Okay, so now who comes and picks you up? Okay, so
So to be honest with you,
yeah.
I mean,
All right, well, look at
I'm sorry for I'm sorry, well, not for what I did, but I'm sorry for what I got myself into. I'm sorry that happened to that person, and who he was or whatever.
okay, but
And I mean, I'm already on probation. I'm gonna get time for it, but I can't die in jail. I can't.
wait, you're saying you're gonna die in jail? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I can't. Tell me.
He said again. Are you saying
He said he can't die in jail. I can't die in jail.
dying, or what do you say?
I can't die in jail for it.
Well, no one's saying you can die in jail. What you're charged with is you're involved in an incident. There's all kinds of people involved in incidents, and sometimes,
But you know, even if
And you know what? That's exactly what's going to happen to him. He got life without parole. He's going to die in jail. His worst fear happened to him. He said, I can't die in jail. And that's exactly what's going to happen to him, y'all. You shouldn't have took the bull. Extentacion.
you know, when I tell you the story, it's like that paperwork is follows you in prison. Like people know that. And
okay. So let me explain something here. A lot of guys who are in prison understand you got to take care of your own too, and you know you worry about you know whatever they want to say, being a snitch, whatever you want to be. People got first off, no, it's not because it depends on the situation. First off, I'm not trying to say anything crazy like there's people who would say you're doing the right thing who love this guy. And believe me, there's a whole fucking world out there who loves this guy. I never listened to his music, so I don't know. But if you ain't the government, I can see your eyes welling up, buddy. You need to understand this. You got a chance to tell the truth, and then you deal with the hopes that the truth is going to be better for you than the lie. But as far as the snitching stuff, I've been doing this 39 years. The prisons understand you gotta take care of yourself too. You know, again, you know, it's like you're not the gunman from the video. So, you know, you can't worry about something like that because this is stupidity. These aren't crazy gang members or anything like this. This is just guys that aren't even good at what they do. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got to make a decision. But this is, you know, there's a lot of guys who go to jail to tell the truth, and people understand that. And in this case,
I don't really care about people understanding it. The judge ain't gonna understand.
yes, but how do you know that? You don't think the judge is going to show why? Let me ask you a question. When you went up to Reba, did you know what was going to happen?
No.
Okay.
Like that became I was winning.
Okay, so okay, right off the bat, that's something positive for you. Okay. What? Let me ask you another question. Just without saying any names, how many people was in the vehicle with you?
4. 3. 3.
3 total. So you're the 4th.
Yeah, right.
Was it your idea?
No.
Okay, so you didn't go up there with a plan. There's 3 other guys in there with you. It wasn't your idea. That's a positive, right?
No.
So tell the whole story. And these are positives that are going to help you. With the judge believing the truth.
Fair use is in full effect, you too.
Get 20 years.
I can't speak what's going to happen. All I can tell you is the choice is yours. Do you think the truth is going to be better for you than lying? I mean, that's the truth. What's going to be better for you in front of everybody, in front of your mom, in front of the courts, in front of people who know you, what's going to be better, the truth or lying? You know, I can't say you're not going to be in shit. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is when it goes to court, I'm going to called up. I'm going to put my right hand up. What happened? I talked to Chucky, and he told me this. Do you believe the detective? Either yes or no is going to be my answer. Did he have remorse? Yes. You know, yes or no is going to be the answer. Again, you got to decide what's the best for you and the people who you really love, which is hopefully your family.
I understand.
And not snitching is not having any remorse. If you don't snitch, you don't have any remorse, y'all. That's how it goes. He didn't snitch, so he has no remorse. So he's gonna get the full sentence. Should have been death. Should have got the death penalty, but I don't know if Florida has it or not. I'm pretty sure they do.
I understand what you're saying, and of course, I want to help myself. Like I've been in this kid's life more than his dad has, you know. And I know my family loves me. I understand what you're saying. Telling the truth is gonna help me, but I just need to know what it is that I should have said, shouldn't say. Like
You should tell the truth. I would. If you was my son, I would say I don't give a shit if no matter what the crime is with my son. I would never say to my son, "Don't do anything but tell the truth," because if you are legitimately there and didn't pre-plan it, that's positive. If you were there and it wasn't your idea, that's a positive. If you were there and you were not a gunman, that's a positive.
okay, and then you know what's a negative?
What?
Me knowing what happened and
Fact. Him knowing what happened and not saying nothing the next day. They hit me with a commercial, y'all. Fair use is in full effect. They hit me with a damn commercial. You gotta get prepared for that.
Yeah, video cameras. So again, all you're doing is showing me that you understand what happened. You know, people get scared. I understand that. Sometimes it'd be nice if you called me up and said, "Hey, I got involved in something. I should have, you know, not been there with these guys." But I understand it doesn't happen like that. Very rarely does a guy call me up and say, "Hey, I'm here." Sometimes it does, but not very often. But when we come out and get you, it's kind of like, now you're here. You know what I'm saying? And we do get guys that come in and, we have no idea who they are. And they all of a sudden come in and say, "I'm the one you're looking for." That would have been better. That would have been better. So, all right. I mean, like I said.
I need to like have someone here with me, like while I'm telling you the story.
Who?
Like a lawyer or something.
You can have anything you want. That's one of your rights.
Extentacion is sitting there right now.
I'm telling you. I mean, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, but you have a lawyer right now? Okay, well, then you're going to end up having to go to court and wait and everything else. But
yeah,
now,
on the phone, I can get a lawyer.
well, no, they have to point you one and everything else.
I'm not talking about a paid lawyer.
You have a paid lawyer?
I just want.
Well, do you have a paid lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, what's his name?
I don't know that my uncle. It's my uncle lawyer.
Okay. Does your uncle
have his number and information?
Do you have it in your phone?
No, I got my uncle number and I hit my heart.
Okay, you want to call him?
Yeah.
Who's your uncle?
His name is Vincent Campbell.
Vincent Campbell. All right. All right, because what I'm going to do is you're asking to speak to your uncle so you can either decide whether you want to invoke your right to have an attorney here. So let me see, what's Vincent's number?
954.
Y'all can't hear the number.
All right. All right, what I'm going to do, because you don't want to talk to me anymore, I just don't want you.
No, I never said I wanted to talk to you, but I just wanted because.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to give you my phone, and I'm going to leave the room. So either want privacy, you want me to listen to your uncle and you. I'll put you on speaker if you want.
I'd rather have a private.
Okay. All right, you know how to work a phone, so all right, give me a second. That's my shit falling. All right, let me how long do you think you're gonna need to talk to him?
About 2 minutes.
All right, do me a favor. Don't be burning up my phone. Never. Don't be texting people crazy on my phone. I don't want to have to get my own phone records on my own phone.
No problem.
All right, get these lawyers. God dang it, man. I can never figure out which key to open these doors. I've been doing it so long. All right, then get the lawyer's number, and then we'll call and see if he wants to come back. I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
They leaving him alone with the phone.
Hello?
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 Yeah. Yeah.
I need you to send me the lawyer.
See you a lawyer.
Yeah.
Where you at?
I'm at the place on what it called Broward.
I'm in the concrete summer.
I don't know what it's called. I ain't never been here before. It's a tall building.
Right on the corner of Broward and 27.
Yeah. You can do
You
it.
been arrested?
No, I ain't arrested. I'm up here for questioning. What I was gonna say, hello?
Yeah.
When you get off the phone, you do me a big favor.
What that?
You can call Chanel. Like nobody don't know where I'm at because when I came to the house and let my mom in, and when I was about to let her in, the police had came, like they put outside and all that, made her get on the ground and jump. So just let her know where I'm at. But I need you to send me a lawyer. I got some money that I saved up. You could just tell her and let you know, like just tell her, let you know what the lawyer gonna charge and all that.
He got some money saved up.
What you get questioned for?
That's that money he stole from X.
Something in front of math or what?
No, something I had went, you know, I always go get something for my bike, like the ride and jump. I went to go get something for my bikes, and I guess they seen me on camera going there to get something for my bikes, and something happened after that. Call it for me, and get the lawyer for me, please. I love you.
He humble now. You wasn't humble when you killed X, fam. I don't care if you pull the trigger or not. You still kill him. You set that shit up. You knew who he was. You was the only one that knew who he was. Some other people really didn't know.
Hello? My mama okay? My mama straight?
You know she's
I just called Vince. I ain't know I was gonna be able to call again. I just called Vince. I told him to call you and shit. I told him to send a lawyer down here.
So why didn't you call?
How I was gonna call you? What are you talking about?
Do you know? I was like, these no answers. They not sticking shit. Do you know what he's taking for work to you?
Yeah, okay. I almost shit on myself and they didn't want to be on the ground.
What? Okay, never mind. Where you at?
I'm right here at the temple station, I think.
They took Luke.
They took Luke?
Yeah, Luke.
Wow.
I called Luke. I'm like, Luke, in my house. I don't know what's going on, but you know, yeah, as long as I know, I'm never gonna get what happened. I'm like, Luke goes out. I'm happy. He made it out. He went in from the phone. I'm like, pushing it down 95. Lisa called me. Luke on the phone. I'm calling Luke. I'm calling mom. I'm on the phone. Luke finally on the phone. She was like, oh, I don't know what happened. They won't tell me nothing. Then I searched the house. They don't have a search warrant. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, I can hear Luke coming from around the corner. I just will be one car. And he was standing in our yard and they the officer got hit with him. It was like, oh, you can't you're supposed to be on this property. I told you this property is a whole church. Luke stepped back and took it to next door to something. He was like, so what can you do to me now? So then I was like, he said something. So Luke was on the phone with Lisa, and he, I guess Lisa asked him who he was talking to, and he was like, okay. And he was like, you know what? If you want to obstruct, put your hands behind your back. He's like, Bob, why would you put him in handcuffs? I was like, they being nasty tonight. So when I talked to Luke, Luke was like, oh, they said when we talking about they took us some boys. I'm like, some boys, who? Well, what the fuck they
She is running her mouth.
Talking about, oh, they say he had a warrant. I say, how the fuck? When you call me and say that, I was going to report if no warrant.
Fair use is in full effect. YouTube.
Now we're going to sit out here and wait until they clear so we can search the house. I was like, okay, I don't know what's because I gotta go get my shit.
Educational purposes use only.
I'm like, okay, no problem.
We just learning what happened in the interrogation room of Dedrick Williams of the murder of Extentacion, which he was convicted already. Doing life without parole. Where he's gonna die in jail, and he didn't want to die in jail. He said, I don't want to die in jail.
You got 42?
No, the police out.
Yeah, the bitch talking about they didn't have one. She made police out.
Just make sure you have him send the lawyer. I gotta go. I mean,
So when you gonna come?
you can come in.
I gotta open the doors. No problem. Did you give you a number for the guy?
Oh, he said he's gonna send.
You can send him here.
Yeah. He said, is this on the corner of Broward?
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to, let me get, does he have his number? Because that way I know if he's coming. I don't want to sit there and wait because I gotta go talk to Robert. I mean, Dr. Robert.
You can call.
That's Fat Boy Robert.
That's his real name?
Yeah. Vincent, that's what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is he from Fort Lauderdale?
My uncle?
Yeah. Hey Vincent, this is a police detective who I just lent your nephew my phone. I don't know, can you hear me? There's a bit background in the back. All right, the lawyer that he's asking you for, I just need to know if he's actually coming down here or not. You know, or what's your lawyer's name so that you can have him call me so I know if he's coming down here or not, because I don't want to sit around and wait for him if he's not going to actually come down here.
Facts, because I got to go home and he's going to jail. I'm going home and chill.
You mind if
Relax.
I ask you
You going to jail.
name in case it's somebody I know? Oh no, well, I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't know. Again, I was out of the room. I let your nephew have some privacy. Your nephew is charged with first-degree murder. So.
First degree.
Hey, your phone's breaking up terrible. He's got a warrant for first-degree murder. Yeah. What city are you from? Palmetto or Fort Lauderdale? Oh, you live down in Miramar? Okay, well. Actually, my name and number. Because again, we don't want to sit here with your nephew all night if the lawyer's not going to come down here.
Yeah, I got to go home and we're going to send his ass to jail.
Your nephew's belief is that he wants to tell me the truth, but he wants the lawyer to come down here and sit with him when he tells me the truth about what we're talking about. And, you know, again, I don't know if the attorney who you're going to call is going to want to do that or not. I just need to know if he's going to want to do that so we don't sit here all night long because I've got other people I need to interview on this case that we're looking for. So the attorney you use, do you use a normal attorney or are you going to look for an attorney like in the yellow pages? Okay. All right. Well, again, I'm gonna text as soon as I hang up. I'm gonna text you my name and number in case whoever your attorney is knows me. I've been down here doing this like for 39 years, so that's why I'm asking you who it is because it may be somebody I know. And that way I can like find out if he is going to come down here or not. That way I know whether or not your nephew just needs to go over to the county and get booked in or what's going to happen. All right, so as soon as I text you my name and this is my cell phone. No, not attempted murder. He's unfortunately he got caught up in with some of his buddies in the thing that happened on Monday with the rapper getting killed. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's what we're talking about. I mean, he started telling me
Extentacion is his name, y'all.
he said he wanted to stop until he could have an attorney sitting in the seat here beside him, and he would continue telling the truth. So I just need to know if that attorney, is going to come down here, because he said the only attorney he knows is through you. All right, like I said, I'm gonna text you my name and number in case the attorney knows me, so he can call me directly. All right, thanks a lot. He's leaving work, remember, what's he do for a living?
Upholstery.
All right. We're not gonna talk about the case, but I just want to ask you what he was doing. Those kind of questions, I just want to ask you about that.
I used to do a little actually.
Upholstery.
You should have went to some damn upholstery, made a couple hours. Instead of taking people's purses and chains, bags of money, killing them.
There's cameras everywhere. All right, how this works now, because of what you said about the lawyer, the only way I can talk to you again is it's called you re-engaging me. In other words, you gotta want to talk to me, because I can't talk to you anymore about the case until this attorney decides whether he's gonna come down here or not. I don't think any attorney is gonna come down here tonight and sit in that chair, but we'll see if you're next.
Extentacion is in that chair, y'all. Allegedly.
I'm gonna give you my business card on the box, my cell phone. Yeah, that's my name on front of it. So I'm gonna have you hold on to that. If he doesn't call me back,
Take that
right now it's 8:48.
to your jail cell. You could look at it like a book.
If
for
not,
daily.
we just have to take it out and book in. All right. I'm gonna bring somebody over, a forensic guy, who's gonna photograph you. I see your wedding ring. You're gonna have to put that. Would your wife come down here to get that? Because I don't want to. Do you have any other property other than the wedding ring?
No, they took out my other rings off in my basement.
All right.
You probably stole that stuff.
I just don't want to see you put it into your jail property.
probably stole
or I
them
can see
sneakers.
if I can getting it back.
You should have went bought some sneakers with X's money.
Before it was gone.
What I'll do is when the guy comes over here,
You gotta
he's gonna
take
do
pictures with
fingerprints and photographs. Put up everything in evidence and turn it over to me, and then I'll call her. Probably not tonight, tomorrow.
She'll come now.
Well, she got how many kids? Who's gonna watch the kids?
Somebody got the kids already.
All right, well, we'll see what we do, because by the time they're done photographing and doing all that stuff, that may be a little longer, and again, I can get through more. I'm not gonna take your crap.
Photograph.
But I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need that or I can give her back. All right, the other thing is, DNA. We don't want to talk about the case anymore, but I'm gonna get a real quick DNA search warrant to get your DNA. Unless you want to voluntarily give it to me, I'm gonna probably just go do a search warrant real quick to get you.
I'll give you my DNA.
Okay, well, that's up to you. I'm let me think about that, because of the fact of what you said, I may want to do a quick search warrant to grab your DNA. I know,
I can give you my DNA. I know my DNA.
I know, but like there's certain things that I just want to, later on, if I find something that's important, I want to also rule out your DNA is not on it.
I know
like that kind of stuff. Okay. Well, again, that's why I would do the test anyway to prove your DNA is not on it. That's why I need your DNA and stuff.
Can you call them?
Who?
All right.
What do you want me to say to her?
Can she come in and get my stuff?
Yeah, but let me get the guy to do all the photographing, because it's gonna be a while. If she comes down here now, she's gonna have to sit maybe for hours, because the guy who's gonna do all your photographing stuff's not in this building. I gotta get him to come on over. So, your stuff is not that concerning me. I'm gonna have to put in evidence. We're gonna seal it up in your presence. He's gonna hand it to me, and tomorrow morning, there's no reason for me to lie. I'm gonna give it to your wife, but I also need to make sure that it doesn't belong to victim in this case too, which I don't think it does, but I gotta make sure we have photographed and everything else before I return it to her. All right, so you're gonna sit. If you need something, just yell real loud. My look at my, you saw where I came in, the office is right over there, so I can hear you. And then we'll see if your uncle can, get in touch with somebody to come down here. It's, I guarantee it's like, I've never seen an attorney, you may come down, it's a big high profile case. You may want to come down, it's up to him. You see?
You mind if I put like a chat for me?
No, way west. I guess. Yeah, but
He wanna be comfortable.
Check one. Actually, I'm gonna take you out of those.
I'm not even gonna live on.
Yeah, well. Why wouldn't it? You ain't that tall.
Thanks.
Oh, he want to be comfortable.
No problem. Like I said,
Look, he wants to get comfortable, yo.
He
wanna kick his feet up. Yeah, he want to kick his feet up. Sleep, sleep, little killer. Sleepy little killer.
Stand up, put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
This is a copy that Warner promised you.
Warrant for murder. Put your hands behind your back.
All right, I got it. He probably don't want these professional double locked. I never double lock anything.
Put your hands behind your back.
All right, well, he's a professional.
Good right there? Yeah, that's good. All right.
Bye, Diedrich.
Good right there? Good. Keep your hands like you're praying.
You're going to die in prison, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna close up on you now. Hold on, turn around.
Life without parole. He's
All
going to die in prison, y'all.
right, come on.
All right, you know how to get in touch with me.
Get up out of here, fam.
Thanks, sir.
My phone takes collect calls from the jail for free. Not this one. All right.
Wait, I got it.
And that concludes the interrogation of Diedrich Williams, which was convicted of Extentacion's murder. Fair use was in full effect. And I see y'all in the next video, which is coming up in about an hour. Beats on deck.